Welcome all sports fans, YouTubers, Facebookers, all social media across the nation. Uneducated Network presents Uneducated Sports Talk. I'm your host, Carlos Clayton. Today we have another great show going on. Before we start, please like, subscribe to Uneducated Network. I'm going to say it again, and say it again. Subscribe right now to Uneducated Network to where you get my show. You get So You Think You Know Sports hosted by Craig Jones. You'll get all kinds of stuff. Gaming Uneducated, hosted by Sheldon Woods. You get Uneducated Hero Talk, hosted by Chris Batiste. You get Uneducated Star Wars Talk, hosted by Chris Lambert. We got In the Paint with Red, hosted by Devontae Roan, aka Red. We got all kind of stuff going on, man. So please stay tuned for that. Uneducated Network, we are popping, we are rolling, it is going down. You know how we do, man. So for this show, we talk straight sports, and that's how we do it. So let's get it started. We have NCAA football news, and before I get on this particular topic, I want to let you guys know I will talk about the top 25 in one episode, the top 25 rankings, and then I will let you guys know that my prediction for the Final Four, I know it's very early, it hasn't even started yet, but before the season starts, I will give out my prediction of the Final Four college playoffs, and I will give my winner as well. So that being said, let's talk NCAA football. Florida has just suspended 7 players in a very big game, a game that features two top 20 teams in college football. Florida versus Michigan. Well, Florida's chances of winning that game have gone drastically down now. They suspended 7 players, including Antonio Callaway, who was their star wide receiver from last year. 54 catches, over 700 yards receiving, and this isn't his first incident with the law. I think they went and bought some stuff and then sold it for something. I don't know. I don't read into all that crap, man, but guys has just got to be smarter than that, man. They have to be smarter than that. But we're not talking about the players. We're talking about the actual game here. That sets it up. Michigan, in my opinion, is going to have a good year. I'll let you guys know about that later on in life, but that right there is a big game. You're in AT&T Stadium, big Dallas Stadium. You want to show off. It's the first game of the season against a really good team that can basically set how the rest of your season will go if you're Florida. And with this suspension going on, that means they don't have that big of a chance anymore against Michigan. And right there can hurt your season depending on how bad you get beat. Say they do get beat 41-0. I don't care if you win 11 straight after that. You're not getting to the playoffs just because of that. And maybe, well, let me not say that because they have tough competition. So Florida, I'll take that back. But being 0-1, I mean, you can't lose 2 games. And when you're in the SEC East, that means you can automatically either face Alabama or LSU or Auburn, someone tough in the SEC championship game if you make it that far. So they already have a steep hill to climb with this loss of players, especially Antonio Callaway against a good Michigan team who was looking to put their foot or put their stamp on college football because of what happened last year. They were the number 5 seed, the fifth team that was left out of the college playoffs. They want to be the ones that are in it this year. So I hope that Florida can get their stuff together because it's just one game, but you already play in a tough SEC conference as it is. You're going to play either Bama, LSU, or Auburn in the SEC championship if you get that far. So if my whole thing is if you're a top tier program like Florida is and you're always in the top 20, top 25 every single year, you don't want to start off on a bad note like that. Now things happen and you can't control kids 24/7. You just can't. And I know there's a lot of the coaches' controls out of the, a lot of the coaches overall is out of their control. You can't watch them your whole entire life. So hopefully that we still get a good game. As a fan of college football, I want to still see a good game. But now that kind of puts my favor into Michigan a whole lot more because I have Michigan winning. But like I said, be on the lookout for the next week or so. I will give out my playoff predictions for college football, who will go there and why, and I'll just have a quick rundown of the top 25. So now we want to talk baseball news before we get into our 32 for 32, which is going to feature the Carolina Panthers. But let's talk baseball. Bryce Harper, who is probably the face outside of Mike Trout he's probably the face of baseball. He goes down with an apparent knee injury, hustling to first base. He basically tried to, kind of like jump on the base with one leg to reach out for it. And at first it looked bad. It looked like he either broke something or tore something. We don't know. The way he flew, the way it looked. But thank God, test came out negative, and he is not fine, but he will miss a lot of time where they said a bruised knee. It's looking like it's a bruised knees now. And Nationals are fortunate to be, I believe they're like 13 or 14 games in front of the National League. Well, what are they in? Well, in their division, whatever division they're in. The National League East, excuse me. So they're 14 games above second place. So they have that not to worry about, but you want to go into the playoffs in the stretch run of playing good ball. I've seen plenty of times where your star player gets hurt and you lose 6 out of 8. And the Astros right now, all the injuries are finally starting to catch up with them. They have lost, I believe, 9 of their last 12 games. So they're in a tough predicament as well. The Nationals might go through the same thing, as many injuries that they're starting to get now too. But the good news is that Bryce Harper will be back before the regular season is over with, and they will make the playoffs, so he'll be there for the playoffs. So that's the good news, but you want him to be hot. You want the team overall to be hot. It's nothing like going to the playoffs cold as hell. It's nothing like that, especially in baseball. When you're cold and you can't hit that ball, man, and you're just in a funk, and things go awry and things go bad for you. And we don't want the Nationals, if you're a Nationals fan, you don't want to go into playoffs stumbling and bumbling and rumbling. So hopefully things get better for Bryce Harper pretty quickly. And on to football news. The Chicago Bears have signed, after yesterday being kicked off of Tampa Bay Buccaneers team, Roberto Aguayo. He has been signed by Chicago Bears. I knew it wouldn't be that long. He's a talent, and you want to give him a chance. Chicago give him his second chance now. Hopefully he can make the best of it. He just didn't look good in Tampa Bay. Was missing all kind of stuff. I don't know what's going on with him, but hopefully he's refreshed to start comes in. But on the problem is you're still kicking in Soldier Field, which isn't the best. It's not the best environment when it comes out of kickers, but some kickers, they make it look good. And hopefully he can come back with a new attitude and kind of start over and find a fresh new point. So I'm wishing Roberto the best of luck out there. And we're sticking with football. And now here's the big news everyone's talking about. So yesterday we all knew that Marshawn Lynch sat down for the National Anthem eating a banana. Marshawn is Marshawn. People give more flack to Kaepernick because he's this soft-looking, Nevada. He came from University of Nevada, quarterback, skinny kind of dude, But then when Marshawn does it, it's kind of different now because his vibe is Marshawn isn't really doing it to, what's up, the brotherhood. He's doing it because it's Marshawn Lynch. And that's a different kind. When someone does it because they don't care at all about the repercussions, Marshawn doesn't care, Marshawn doesn't care. Well, another brother just like Marshawn just did it today, and Michael Bennett, the defensive end for the Seattle Seahawks. And he's another type of guy. But he's also gone there and he's went on social media a lot talking about how the injustices of the black man or society, that kind of stuff. So that somewhere, somehow, he was going to be involved sooner or later. Him and his brother both have expressed how they feel about the society, the world, that kind of stuff. So how do I feel about it? I don't mind it at all. It's for a cause. It's for a cause. I've seen murderers, potential rapists. I've seen guys break the law and still get second and third chances to be in the NFL. And it's funny because the one guy that doesn't break the law, but he speaks his mind about worldly things, he's the guy that gets bamboozled, the guy that doesn't get a second chance. And I can't call it a second chance because he never messed up his first chance. He's still a talent. And I've seen all these, excuse my French, these sorry-ass quarterbacks getting picked up before him. Now, rumors saying that Kaepernick was shutting down deals because he wants to be paid like, I'm not necessarily a starter, but he doesn't want to get paid chump change either because, I can't believe all those rumors. I don't know it, but rumors are rumors. But with that being said, The man should be in the NFL, and he is definitely being blackballed. And people are now making a statement. Marshawn Lynch, Bennett. I would not be surprised if you see more and more guys every day do it. Just like I saw last year. I talked about it with Kaepernick last year. I said I wouldn't be surprised if people was kneeling, and we got about a good 6, 7, 8 guys that kneel throughout the whole entire season. But I wouldn't be surprised if you see another 6, 7, 8 guys just sit down for the national anthem. Like, you know what? We're not having this, because Kaepernick, and I see a lot more guys when the Seattle Seahawks doing it, because those guys, they are characters, and those guys don't mind being in the spotlight. So, Michael Bennett, he's gonna do what he does. Marshawn Lynch for sure is gonna do what he does. Marshawn doesn't have a care bone in his body, and he was eating a banana too, so that made kind of things worse for the racist people out there. You know who you are. But with that being said, how do I feel about it? It doesn't bother me because it's for a stance. It's for a cause. If you were just doing it just to do it because you just hate the song or something, that's okay. But if you're doing it because for a reason, remember, I've always said this. Charles Woodson said it best on, I believe, NFL Live last year. When they wrote the Star Spangled Banner, it wasn't really for black people. Let's just be honest. It wasn't. We were still in enslavement at that time. So that wasn't really for us. So I don't really see the problem with kneeling. And my thing is, focus on the football game. Why are we so worried about a national anthem? That's the problem with society today. If you go to a football game, focus on the football game. Stop worrying about the national anthem. Yes, I understand it's the song that's for our freedom, but when it was written, black folks like me, well, not like me, but my ancestors, they were enslavement, so it wasn't really for them. So, that being said, I'm not going to rant about it. Let's leave it like that. I like what these guys are doing. That's all. I like what they're doing, and I don't mind it. I wish more people would come to the defense for Kaepernick because it's sort of unfair. And the players can speak out about it, and the media can speak out about it, but like Michael Bennett said, it's only going to change when ownership. It takes that one owner to actually gut up and get Kaepernick on his team. We shall find out. So, are you guys ready? Because this is day 8, part 8 of our 32 for 32. That's 32 NFL teams in 32 days. Today's team is the Carolina Panthers, one of my arch enemies. I'm a New Orleans Saints fan, for those who don't know. But the Carolina Panthers are ready for this year. Hopefully. You got Ron Rivera. He's here for, I believe, his 5th season or something like that. And these guys are just 2 years removed from being in the NFL Super Bowl representing the NFC. And had a chance, plenty of chances to win a game. But, it just can look bad. Denver's defense was outstanding. Point blank period. You go into 2016 and there's so much hope and so much, everyone's ready. Everyone's amped if you're a Carolina Panthers fan. And you start off pretty decent. Then all of a sudden, it took one day at the podium from Cam Newton to go up there and say, you know what, guys? I don't feel safe anymore. NFL is not fun for me anymore. I'm not having any fun. Things are just going bad, and this freaking sucks. I keep getting hit, and I'm this quarterback that likes to run. One play, this is why Cam gets on my nerves. Sorry. One play, I forgot who it was against, but he had an easy touchdown. And just if you know what I'm talking about, just let me know under the comments what play I'm talking about. He had an easy touchdown to run it in. It's like from 2 yards out. It was easy, just run it in and call it a day. He showboated about 1.5 yards, so he kind of slowed down. And someone made a football play and popped the mess out of him. And I believe that's where he got his concussion. He wound up still scoring on that same play. But that's the kind of reason why I don't really have that much, heart or empathy or sympathy for Cam Newton. Because of plays like that, he has an easy touchdown, but he wants to showboat before he gets in it. And then he gets smacked, gets a concussion. And now all of a sudden he wants to talk about it's not safe anymore and people are targeting him, and they're not. It is football. You hit or be hit. That's what it is. So my whole thing is, ever since that podium conference he had, that press conference, everything went downhill for the Panthers. They went on a mad losing streak. I don't know what happened. 2016 was the first year that both representatives of the Super Bowl did not make it to the playoffs the following year. The Broncos and the Panthers did not make it to the playoffs at all. So what goes on is their offense needs to be revamped, and because it's horrible to watch. Besides Cam Newton doing this thing, and besides their running game is pretty decent. Outside of that, the receiver play was horrible. You get Kevin Benjamin, who really didn't play the whole year at all. Pretty much him being out, that hurt them as well. But ever since that press conference, things went down for Cam Newton and Game. And when it went down for him, it went down for their playmakers. Greg Olsen, believe me, Greg Olsen was in my fantasy. And when Cam went down, Greg Olsen's fantasy numbers went down. I was mad. So the offense shut down. They have no playmakers at all. And then on defense, Luke Kuechly gets hurt towards the end of the year, but their defense just could not hold up. And then they started breaking. They have a great front seven, but in their back end, their cornerbacks and safeties they played horrible. So hopefully they can change things up. Well, how you change things up? The NFL draft. And what they did was they got Cam some playmakers. So this year, they can't mess up. It's all on Cam now because you have the playmakers. Kevin Benjamin is back. First round pick, you signed Christian McCaffrey, number 8. Christian McCaffrey, the dynamic running back / wide receiver / punt returner / kick returner / Mr. I could do it all on offense. I'm pretty sure he can even throw the ball from time to time. Christian McCaffrey is a beast. He's a beast, and he will do nothing but help Carolina's offense. Cam never had that, that option, that check down option. Throw it to the flats, throw it to the running back, do an angle route. He had none of that because all their running backs are pretty stiff. Stiff guys. When I say stiff, they're not really east and west, they're north and south guys. So then in the second round, you get another player similar. Now he's a straight up wide receiver, Curtis Samuel from Ohio State. You get him in the second round. So now you got playmakers, quote unquote. You got guys who can do something with the ball. Now you can make things happen. You can throw a screen now and probably get 8, 9, 10 yards, even more. You couldn't throw a screen last year. Who will you throw that screen to? Nobody. Damn sure not Ted Ginn Jr. Yeah, I know he's on the Saints now. Don't remind me. But that being said, they have more weapons now. Benjamin's back. You got McCaffrey, and you have Samuels on your team now. And you still have Greg Olsen, who's a top 5 tight end still in today's football. So you have weapons on offense. There's no excuse. You went from, I believe they were, what were they last year? 14-2 last year, something like that, to go to like 6-10. 14-2 2 years ago, 6-10 this year, and you're wondering what happened to you guys? What happened? Like, you don't just go on that kind of skid. And I'm pretty sure it was something with the offense going on, but on locker room presence. Usually when you have skids like that, there's a locker room thing going on. And when Cam made that podium suggestion that he wasn't having fun, I don't know if it divided the locker room. I won't spread those rumors out. I have no idea, but something had to go on. But I did see on YouTube and on Carolina's training camp, they're having fun. And I like to see that. Guys are in their defense and the offense are having fun. It's like a brotherhood. So maybe just change things up. And I've got to see it to believe it now. I think the NFC South is, outside of that, them and the AFC West are probably the 2 most competitive. I'm talking top to bottom teams. All 4 teams, can have a chance to beat anybody in those 2 divisions. I think all 4 of those teams could beat anybody anytime. So, that being said, I have the Carolina Panthers 8-8 this year. And here's why. Yes, he has the offensive weapons, but when I say that they're still rookies, I haven't seen them yet. So I'm not going to go out there and say Christian McCaffrey gives you 1,300 all-purpose yards. I don't know that. I don't know if Curtis Samuel gives you 700-800 yards receiving, or 1,000 all-purpose yards. I don't know that. So when you add on new guys, and Kevin Benjamin is a stud, but he came into training camp a little out of weight, or out of shape, you don't know how he's going to react. Now, I heard he's getting back into shape, so we shall see. And he did score a touchdown in their preseason opener. And looked good, 2 catches, 40 yards. Can't beat that. Carolina has a chance. Now I say 8-8, but they could easily be 11-5, 12-4. I don't know. I still think this is Atlanta's Division 2 rule for the next couple of years. But in my opinion, I think that anyone can win that division. Tampa Bay not so much, but pretty much outside of that, anyone can win that division. And I have them 8-8 right now, but we shall definitely see. Because I gotta prove it to me. Yes, the defense is still good, but they're a year older. And you can never trust age in the NFL. The older you get, the slower you are. The more your brain, your body has to catch up to your brain. So I've seen all that happen, man. So next episode we will talk about the Cincinnati Bengals. Be on the lookout for that. We'll talk about what they have to do to get back on stretch. They missed the playoffs last year after going like 4 straight years to the playoffs. So hopefully they can turn things around. My boy Greg Stevens, I'd love to hear about that. That is his team. You know you are, Greg Stevens. But anyways, like, comment, let me know if you're a Carolina Panthers fan. What are you guys gonna do? Do you guys see yourselves going more than 8-8? Do you guys see yourself win the playoffs or win the division? Let me know if you're a Panthers fan, how you feel about that. And of course, let me know how you feel about Michael Bennett and Marshawn Lynch sitting down for the National Anthem. Is it a big deal or not? Leave your comments below. Like, subscribe to Uneducated Network. Please, please, please. Like I keep just begging y'all. Subscribe to Uneducated Network because it got a lot of things going down, man. And speaking of Uneducated Network, it presents this show, Uneducated Sports Talk. And I am your host, Carlos Clayton. And as always, sports fans, you know what it is. Stay smart. Stay uneducated. Peace.